guys, Zach here from Kubota of Lynchburg, and today I wanted to show you guys the new SVL97-3. So this is the upgrade to the Dash 2 model, which has been very popular because it's a big, heavy, really capable machine. And Kubota has done a lot of upgrades and a lot of new features on it. So I'll start with the cab today so I get out of the way of other people trying to see it. We're here at the dealer meeting in Grapevine, Texas. So the cab is the same size, but it is now a totally different cab. This is a factory sealed cab, which basically means it's a one-piece cab that you won't have any extra dust or dirt coming into it because it is actually sealed. It is a ton quieter as well. So when you're sitting in here and the windows are closed, you can answer phone calls, you can listen to the radio, and it is quiet and comfortable without everything else coming in. This cab does still flip up for serviceability and everything. And it's not just the quiet and the enclosed that's nice about this cab. They've redesigned to match the 75-3 some of these nice features. So now in here what we have is we've got this new 7-inch LCD. We'll show the busted sodas over there. New 7-inch color touchscreen LCD display screen. So this is very nice. I can't turn it on, unfortunately, in here. I'll have to show you guys on another one. You've got your throttle and everything like that to it. You've got your button for engine start. So it's keyless, so it's passcode. So now you put in passcodes and you can program a ton of different passcodes that have different options on it. So if you want somebody to only be able to run in low flow, or if you want somebody to only be able to run in one speed, you can give them a passcode that will allow them to do that. So other than that, your other nice features and controls are going to be some backlit push button controls, the rubber and everything like that. So you can basically use these backlit controls if it's late at night, and they're very easy accessible at your fingertips. And on this left-hand side, you can see your air conditioning controls. So they're no longer hidden up underneath this arm. They're actually right there in the back, very easy. This will be to lock and unlock your hydraulic quick coupler for the front. And you have your normal controls. Now, something else new about this is actually, normally this is an accelerator pedal, but this is actually a decelerator pedal. So if you're going fast, because this has a newer travel speed at 8.6 miles per hour now, it runs faster than the old ones, you can actually slow down rather than having to throttle down or change your flow rating. You can slow down with this and then pick speed back up. So I haven't gotten to use it yet, but it's kind of a cool little option that might be good to go. So that's the main features of the cab. It is very spacious, very comfortable. You can be large, you can be tall, and you can fit in this thing very easily. One of the other really cool things about this cab is this seat here has a lot of travel back and forth for different size operators, but it is an air ride heated seat. Standard on all the SVL97-3s, you're gonna have a heated air ride seat, which is really sweet to it. And of course, your normal hydraulic over hydraulic controls with all your functionality on that. So I'm gonna hop out, show you guys a little bit more and talk a couple more features so other people can hop in. If we look over here, you can actually see your screen. So we're gonna take a look at this, and this is kind of what your screen's gonna look like. They're showing off here an IntelliTouch system, which is you can put these little boxes on multiple implements and you can choose, let's say your bush hog needs 30 gallon per minute. You can put this on it and it will know when you hook up to your bush hog and you control your flow ratings for that. And maybe your mulching head needs 40 and it's just gonna tell you which machine goes which flow rating goes with which implement. But this is kind of what your screen will look like when you're in the machine. And then of course you can change and dial between all these different features to it. One of the really nice things we're gonna try to show you guys is going to be the serviceability. Well, while I'm here, I'll show this as well. LED lights are now standard and they're rounded LED lights front and rear on it. So you have very good visibility. But your serviceability of this machine is really nice. So I'll slide around you guys real quick. So in here, I can run it. In here, you have 2 bolts to unlock your radiator, which will then swing out, and you're gonna have easy accessibility to everything. So if you need to jump your battery, you need to change your air filter, you need to check your hydraulic fluid or anything like that, you now have extreme ease of accessibility on everything here. And then this is your normal door and your radiator screen and everything like that. You got your fuse panels and everything like that. So rather than having to do a full rip out of everything to do your normal service and wear and maintenance checks and everything like that, you can now easily access all of that. So Kubota is very much about making everything user-friendly. and they want you to maintain your equipment. They want you to be comfortable maintaining your equipment. So they do that on the rear of it as well as the cab. And there's a lot of new features, so I'm gonna look at some of my notes that say some of these features, make sure I have it. Rear view camera is standard, and that'll show on your 7-inch LCD screen. So anytime that you shift into reverse, that rear view camera will pop up, which is really nice. So that's standard, or you can turn it on manually. Keyless start, we've talked about. Track response control, this is something that the 75-3 came out with. So this is where you can control how fast or how slow your tracks respond to your touch. So one operator might like it one way or another, or you might be in the terrain that requires a different track response. If you're in a really tight area, you want it a little bit less sensitive. If you're in a big construction site, you might make it a little bit more sensitive, and you can get more speed out of it. Self-leveling, so if you're lifting up a pallet of material or something like that, self-leveling is standard, and you can turn it on and off at a push of a button. Telematics is also standard, and telematics is where I can control that machine from my phone. I can tell it that I don't want it to run between the hours of 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. Or you can tell it that if it leaves this geofenced area that it'll turn off, or it'll alert you and set an alarm or anything like that. It also tell you all your service intervals, as well as if it's ever throwing engine codes or anything like that. So that's standard on these machines. When you get it, download the Kubota app and it'll tell you how to use it, and it's very nice for an operator. Auto idle is on this machine, so if you're sitting there for too long with the RPMs up, it'll auto idle down on you, and it'll save fuel economy and save efficiency of the machine and save service and everything like that to it. Let's see what else. You do have the option for Kubota shockless ride. That's what this stands for. And what that basically is a suspension system to your loader arms. So if you're an operator that does a lot of heavy lifting of loads and it's very jerky, very shaky, not only is that annoying to you as an operator, but it can cause a little bit more wear and tear to the machine. You can order one with Kubota shockless ride that'll have the suspension system in it. Green colored diesel fuel cap. Not something I worry about, but we have had, in the history of us doing this, I think I've had 3 people in the last couple of years accidentally either put DEF fluid into their diesel tank or vice versa, diesel in their DEF, and that is not a cheap fix. And usually it's crews of guys that aren't paying attention. That is not a cheap fix. So a little bit of color coding is kind of nice. And the other thing I will say is that you do have some bolts here where you can add some counterweight to it, and you can increase the loader lift capacity of this. It's actually higher. Now your rated operating capacity is around 3,400 pounds instead of 3,000 pounds. So this new Dash 3 will be able to pick up more weight, as well as the hydraulics and everything are a little bit more fine-tuned because of the new transmission, and you choose your track response and everything. So all that said, you can actually increase how much weight you're lifting by a decent amount. So that's the new Dash 3. It's been highly anticipated. A lot of people have actually passed up buying the Dash 2 because they knew this new factory cab with the screen and everything would be coming out. As soon as they start shipping these out, it'll be a hot seller. So if you have any questions about it, let us know.